Good morning. This is just how I stretch out. I do hamstring stretches, first double leg and then single leg. I learned this in gym class when I was in 6th grade, in 7th grade. This is what we would do. My knee kind of hurt there. Then, of course, you do the inside stretch, the adductors. This is for stretching out your glutes and your back. Again, glutes, back, obliques. And then this is just more glutes. It feels good for my hips and my hip flexors. I like to do those. This is for the quadriceps. And yeah, I'm probably gonna do calves next. And then I'll get up, I'll do pecs, I'll do behind the head, and I'll just try to stretch out the upper body. And this routine is something that I do before I exercise almost every single time. Sometimes I'll go in there and just start lifting, but that's pretty rare. I usually always stretch out and do a 10-minute walk or some sort of cardio before to get the blood elevated. And then I'll use the stretching to kind of settle down, and I'll use the warmth from the cardio to stretch out. And then I will hit the weights, hit them pretty good and pretty hard. And that's how I've been doing it for the past, years. I got everything sped up here. And this is all just first time recording, no script, obviously. So I don't want to have to change anything or edit out any mistakes. That barbell work, I usually do that with an actual barbell, but I didn't feel like going to get a barbell. So I just did it freehand. Talking is so annoying. Alright, let's move to the bench press. Here is my warm-up, 135 for a set of 5. I could do way more, but I don't because I'm just warming up here. I'm not trying to max out or do as many reps as possible in AMRAP. Here is 165. Again, I think this is just a set of 5. I'm not trying to do an AMRAP or anything. Again, here's another one. This will be 185. And this should be for a triple. And then I do 195 for a double plus a very slow negative. And I can tell you today, it's been 24 hours since I lifted and my chest is feeling fantastic. Like, it's not sore, but it definitely has fatigue built up. So people out there who might say, oh, you only did one set of benching and that's all you did and that's it. It's like, this is sped up. This benching session took 30 minutes and I'm taking 2-minute breaks in between. Roughly, like once it hits 2 minutes, that's when I start like sitting down and doing my breathing. So it might be more like 2:30. I like to wait until 3 minutes between sets. Here comes the slow negative. No, oh no, this is the 5x5s. The 5x5s add that volume, super important. I think that I only got 4 on the last set of 5. But that's fine because I upped my overall bench press weight today. So, like, normally I would just do a top set of 185, maybe 190, but usually 185 for a set of 3. And now I popped it up to 195 for a set of 3 as best I can. It felt good, it moved good. But anyways. Yup. Another thing that I've been doing is bench width. Dude, I was grabbing the bar way too narrow for years. For the majority of my lifting life, I was narrow bench pressing because it just felt better to get the arm straight in front, grab the bar, and then just start pressing it. Like, that felt better. Throwing your arms out wide, grabbing your ring finger on the inner ring, because sometimes there's 2 rings, sometimes there's 1.
All right, so we just finished benching, and we've already spent 30 minutes here.
That was a real learning
written
experience.
down. I'll go over it later.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it
all
only took
backwards.
me like
I'll
maybe a
have to
month or
reverse it
2
in
to
editing.
like get super comfortable benching like that. But
Time for a
still,
single arm
it's
dumbbell
still, like,
rows.
every time I get in
To
there, I
work the
have
back,
to mentally
kind of like a push-pull strategy.
widen my grip.
And after that, we might do some
I mean,
face
I'm
pulls.
not just going in there. Never mind. Just forget what I said.
Or some light dumbbell incline
I'm
presses.
just talking about time and stupid
I might
stuff
superset
here.
that stuff together. I don't know.
How I
We'll see how I
feel.
feel.
'Cause I'm pretty
Energy-wise.
I'm talking about maybe doing some face pulls or something dumbbell after this for the chest, but I just said forget it after I did these rows. I'm really just trying to focus on hammer grip, low, pulling it down towards the belly button, towards the middle of the chest. I really don't know what to say. I don't know, just lifting. I'll get better at this the more I do these. I'm just woken up, it's 3 a.m., getting ready to go to the gym again today. And we're going to do squatting. Heavy squatting and maybe a little deadlift work depending on how the squatting goes. We're doing 100s. Woo! I just got into the hunt. My shoulder was hurting. Whenever I did a hammer grip, it hurt. So I turned it to a pronated grip, and the pain went away. I was able to get it. And then the next set, I was able to do a hammer grip set. So it all kind of worked out. I did a pronated set, then a hammer set, hammer grip set, which would be called neutral. It's like the bent over rolls have like what I would consider 3 angles. You could be 90 degrees with your arms straight out like you're across. You could be 45, which is like the most comfortable, which is where I shoot for. Or you could have your elbow tucked tight to your body. Really squeeze the lat, which is probably the best mass, but that's where you got the most power, is definitely with your elbow tucked tight. You can lift a heavier weight and just throw that puppy up there. No problem. Finally, somebody else was here. My white ass. I'm so white, but hell, I love it. So I'm pretty sure I did a set of 8 with 80, a set of 8 with 100, a set of 8 with 105, and then a set of 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope. People would say that I could have pushed harder. People might say, oh, you lift like a pussy, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you only did 2 lifts? Jesus Christ. It's like, intensity is where it's at, my guys. And for me, the intensity of that was very high. It took a lot out of me. And when this is an hour later, so that's 10 minutes of stretching and 50 minutes of lifting, 30 minutes of benching, and 20 minutes of rowing. I wanted to do some pull-ups. I wanted to do some incline stuff or some dips. I didn't get to either of those. So today we might do some light chest. We'll see. Or we'll do some pull-ups. Probably some pull-ups, because I was supposed to do those yesterday, but I went swimming instead. Swimming is nice. But peace out. We're at the end of this thing. All right. Have fun. Bye.